Hey everyone, it's Aaron Hughes from FuDog Group, and it looks like I picked the very perfect time to record this video because just outside my window, my neighbor's van stopped working, and now a tow truck has shown up to bring it to the garage. So you may hear a bunch of like clanging and whatnot. So I'm just going to talk louder, ignore it, and let's get to the topic of the video, and hopefully they will be done very soon. All right, so in today's video, I'm going to explore a topic that I talk about pretty frequently. It's one of my favorite topics to talk about, and I've done some videos on this topic in the past, but I kind of come at it from different angles at different videos because I think sometimes one angle might resonate with one person, another angle might resonate with another. So what I'm talking about today ultimately is about how you can show up today to create success in the future. How you can show up today to create success in the future. And the example that I'm going to give you is going to be a kind of work/business example that I used for many years. I don't do it very much anymore because my work has changed and the subject matter has changed. But I'm going to use that work example from the past. But then stick with me because I'm going to broaden out the lessons that will apply to you no matter where in life that you want to create success in the future. So, it might be work and career, and that's cool. It will apply, but it might also be like health, wealth, relationships, anything like that. This will apply. So I'm going to give you a work example, then I'll broaden out the lessons so that you can see how it applies elsewhere. So let's talk about the work example of what I want to talk about today. So way back when I was a freelance copywriter, and I was mainly copywriting for real estate investors, but sometimes for other people too. People would approach me and ask how they too could become copywriters, freelance copywriters or whatever. And often they were people in a job, doesn't matter the job, they were just in, a job that people have. And they wanted to grow a copywriting business, a freelance copywriting business, so that they could step away from their job and kind of, create their own life and lifestyle and business. And so I helped a number of people do that. And one of the ways that I helped them was I told them to, you don't have to quit your job to start copywriting. You can build up your copywriting business before you quit your job. And so, they're working away at their regular job, and then they can just start marketing themselves as a copywriter. They can build a website. They can build a blog, which was a thing in the day. I don't think anyone does that anymore. I don't know. They can build social media presence all around the copywriting that they wanted to do. And then whenever they were ready to quit their job, they could quit, and then they would have this business running. And often people would say, well, how can I accept clients if I'm working? I can't do both at once. And so I would say, well, the good news is you can position yourself as a copywriter, but you can always say, well, I don't have space for a client right now, but I will be taking some in the future, and I'll add you to a list. And so let's say it's, October, November, and you're kind of marketing yourself as a copywriter, but you're not taking clients because you're working at your regular job, but you plan to quit your job by the, let's say, end of December and start copywriting at the beginning of the new year. So then you can always tell people, I don't have any openings right now for clients, but I will have an opening at the beginning of the year next year. Can I slot you in for that? And using that method of marketing and positioning themselves, but just not accepting clients until a future time when they were ready, helped a bunch of people to leave the jobs that they had and switch into a freelancing career. And there were some other pieces, of course, that aren't really relevant to this conversation. I just really wanted to tell you about this process at a real high level of you can have a job, but then you can kind of market yourself as a freelance copywriter or whatever, and then, schedule in clients for the future. Okay, so that's a real specific example. Let's talk about the real lesson here. The real lesson is this, that in this example, when people wanted to leave their job, what did they do? They needed to position themselves as a copywriter in this example. And so what they were doing was really showing up as the person that they wanted to become. So they had their job, but they were starting to market themselves as the person they wanted to become. And there wasn't any lying, there wasn't any fake it till you make it, that type of thing. It was simply like, I'm a copywriter, but I can't take clients right now. And all of that is entirely true and not, it's not false at all. The person had their job, they were just starting to show up online in the way that they wanted to show up in the future. And that's the key lesson here. Whatever you want in life, and it doesn't have to be that specific work example, whatever you want in life, you can achieve by showing up as the person you want to become. And so let's move this discussion now outside of that specific work and business into some other realms. So let's say, for example, that you want to get really fit. You want to maybe lose some weight or release some weight. You want to kind of get lean, muscular, or something like that. So stop showing up as the person that you are to your diet and to your workouts. Instead, show up as the person that you want to become. And so let's say you want to be as fit as an athlete, right? You're not planning to run any marathons, but you want to be as fit as an athlete. And so start showing up to your life as an athlete. So in other words, maybe you're struggling with getting into a regular workout because you're showing up as yourself to your workout. Or you're like, oh man, I just don't feel like it today. I'm busy. I got all these other things. Instead, start asking yourself, well, what would an athlete do in this situation? And there's a good chance the athlete would choose to work out, or the athlete would choose a different meal than maybe the meals that you might typically be choosing if it's a diet-related thing. And this doesn't just apply to health either. It can apply to wealth as well. So maybe you've been trying different kinds of money-making ideas and they haven't been working. So ask yourself, who's the person I need to become? Okay, I need to be a wealthy person. How would a wealthy person show up and approach this situation? There's a good chance they might do more due diligence. They might protect the downside a little bit more, which is something that Warren Buffett talks about all the time. I think those are his first two rules of making money is don't lose money. So if you're showing up as a wealthy person to your wealth decisions, then you're thinking about them in a very different way than you might have been previously. There's a good chance that you've already adopted this in your life and not even realized it. So if you are a parent, I see this all the time with parents, that people who are wanting children or expecting children, all of a sudden start showing up as parents, even though they aren't yet parents, even though they haven't given birth to a baby, they're already showing up in that way. They're reading all the books, they're surrounding themselves with parents, either in person or maybe in a Facebook group. They're buying all the stuff, the crib and the high chair and whatnot. So they're starting to show up as parents, even though the baby might still be a few months away. They're just thinking, what would a parent do? And then they're showing up as that parent. So there's a very good chance, if that has been your situation, if you have kids and you were buying stuff before the baby arrived, which you probably were, that you've already adopted this mindset at one part in your life. Now you can take the same mindset and apply it everywhere. You are showing up in life right now in this way. But if you want life to be a little bit different than the trajectory you're going on, if you have this idea of success that's up here, ask yourself, what does this successful person show up to do day after day, week after week, minute after minute? What is it that this person does? And then compare, what do you do? And ask yourself, okay, if I'm this person now and I want to be this person, what does this person do or not do? And what do I do or not do? And what's the difference? What do I have to stop doing? What do I have to start doing in order to become this person? Because this person shows up in a certain way and achieves the level of success that you might be wanting in your health, your wealth, your relationships, your career, whatever. So that's my lesson for today. It's something I love to talk about. It's a journey I am always on. And I am always thinking about who I am now, and then the identity of who I want to become, and stepping into that role as uncomfortable as it is, and as much as I have to start and stop things in order to become that person. And that is the same for you. Whatever it is that you want in life, it's not this person that's going to get there. It's this person. And how do you get from here to here? What do you have to start and stop doing? Step into that person's role, no matter what it is. And that's how you achieve what you want in life. All right, everyone, I hope this was helpful. I hope it was inspiring, because I get so inspired when I think about that topic, and I am always thinking about that topic. All right, hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next video.